Hello and good morning. I'm going to make a video on how to set up Darkroom Core, just the basics of how to set up a job, and then we'll walk through setting up a green screen background and some packages. It's 5:30 in the morning, so got up early and needed to get some stuff done. I thought I'd record this while I was doing it. So we're going to start out going up here. You'll see Darkroom Core up here. You'll also see it down here in my system tray. I'm just going to go ahead and open it up. And I do have Pro also on here, but make sure that you're using Core instead of Pro. And it says no camera is detected because I don't have a camera plugged in. That's fine. And then we're going to start the program. And this is where it should start out in your photo library. Down here, you got tabs across the bottom. I'm going to go up here, and this X drive is a virtual drive that you only see this if the dongle is plugged in, or if you're using a version of Core that is using a license key. I use dongles. We'll go ahead and close that. And I'm going to go up here into events is where I want to put this. So I'm going to go ahead and close that off. Oh, I'll leave it open. We'll go up here to events. And you'll see some of the events that I have already in here. I need to delete these out, but I hadn't had an opportunity. I'm going to hit new. And I'm going to say add photo catalog. And then you just name it whatever. This one we're going to be doing for LaPorte Safety Fair 2023. And you don't have to put any of this other information in here. Just hit finish. And it created that catalog, and it by default puts you in that catalog. Now, if I go down to this tab that says Photo Workshop, you'll notice that there's nothing there. There's no pictures have been imported or taken with the camera. If you take a picture with your camera and you're tethered, you'll start seeing pictures over here. I'll import some in just so that you can see. And this is how you would do it if at a golf tournament too. You would set this up to watch a folder, and in that folder, let me see if I got some green screen images here. Here's some right here. So I'm going to select these, tell it to import them, and now you'll see that there's pictures in there. But that's the same way you'd go up here, go to import. Typically on a golf tournament, if we go to look for things, I'd have this set up to watch a Dropbox folder. That's how it works. I'll make a video on that separate. So I got some pictures in there. Now I want to make it my background. So I'm going to go down here to setup and hit setup. And I've already got this border in here, but I'm going to recreate it, and I'll just name it something else just so you have an idea. So I'm going to hit new over here, and I'm going to name it LaPorte Test. Okay, and it's a 4x6. It's horizontal. Most of my green screens are horizontal. Hit OK. And the first thing we want to do is we want to put our green screen background, what's going to be in the back that shows up back here. So we're going to say add a graphic, hit browse, and I'm going to go back to my library, and I'm going to go into my pictures, and I have a folder called graphic folder right here. And inside that graphics folder is usually where I drop the master files and the folders that are the graphics that I use for a particular job. So I'll find the one down here that says LaPorte 2023. And I want to use this as the background. So think of this in a process of you're going to put a background on. So we're going to do that. And hit OK. And it put the background back there. Now you're going to take a picture of somebody. So think of this as layers. So I'm going to take a photo. And when you're using green screen, you always want to make sure that chroma key is selected here. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put this title right here. It's on the background of this image, but I'm going to also put it in front. So I'm going to go back to add a graphic. I'm going to hit browse. It'll take me back into that folder. And you see this one says front. I'm going to hit that. And you really won't see anything because it's overlaying exactly over the top of this background. So if you look over here, you got 3 different layers. You got the front, which is this layer right here. You got the photo, which is this one, and you got the graphic in the back, which is the picture of what you're using as your background. Then you just hit save. It's going to ask you to name it, but it should already be named. Just hit OK. And you've set up your background now. So if I go back to Photo Workshop, I can bring up that border by hitting the letter B. It's a shortcut. And this is the one that I set up previously. So I'm just going to go to the one that says Laporte Test just to kind of show you that it did work. And it put that border on there. Now we're kind of good to go. I can go to these other pictures. You can move them around. You can use the scroll wheel on the mouse to zoom them in and out. Just kind of get them in there where they need to be. All right, so over here I've got some packages. And this is just, if they were just doing a digital and we weren't printing any kind of printout, these would be fine. But we are going to be printing out a photo in this job. So just to show you how to set that up, go back down to setup. And up here where it says package groups, I've got package groups already built. So here's some that are 4x6 packages. So I'm going to hit that one. You notice there's a bunch of different products you can pick from in there. But to make this package group active where it'll be in your photo workshop, you got to make it your default. So I'm just going to hit default. And now when I go back to photo workshop, you'll see all those packages over here on the right hand side have been added. And I can find one. I'm going to do this print to file is what we call this. Digital print to file is what that means. I'm going to hit that. You see it dropped it into the shopping cart down here, and then you hit place order. And on some of them, it will ask you how many prints you want. If you're printing prints, another keyboard will show up here, and you just tell it how many prints you want. And then it'll add it to the cart, and then you'll put it in there. I'll give you an example of that. Let's see, 4x6 print. It's asking me how many I want. I don't want any, so I'm not going to select anything there. If you put something in your cart accidentally, let's just go back there, put that in there. In this one here, I've got it set to print a 4x6. I've got it set to make a print to file, a digital copy, so that I have the digital copy that has this background on it. I have it set to go to what we call Event Gallery. It's a website where pictures are hosted so that it will also print this receipt with this QR code so that they can get their picture instantly. That's not in every one of these packages, but I've been including this here lately, just testing it out, so that's why it's there. But let's say I don't want this package anymore. So I just go down here and hit clear order, and it'll ask me, do I want to remove it? And I say, yeah. So if you ever put something in there you don't want, you can always delete it out. All right, so let's just go look. We sent that file off to make a print to file. So I'm gonna go down into my pictures. I've got a folder called Darkroom print to file. And if you look over here, I got one that says 4x6s. Look in there, and there's that picture we printed. That might not be the right one, but I do have it. It's in there somewhere. I got so many of these folders I need to clean up. It's in one of these folders somewhere. I don't know exactly which one, but take my word for it. It's there somewhere. I could find it if I had to. Not gonna waste my time. Anyway, that's the basic setup of how you would, of course, create a catalog first. That's very important. If you were shooting tethered with your camera, then as you take pictures, they'll drop over here into the thumbnails. And then if you ever need to set up a package or a green screen, I just showed you how to do all that. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea. I'm gonna make another video on how to set up a receipt printer to go to what's called Event Gallery, and I'm also going to make one showing you if you're at a golf tournament how to set it up uh, to watch a folder so that those images that the photographers on the holes that are taking the team photos, they'll be dropping their pictures in the Dropbox, and this will pick that up and let you see those images. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, ask.